Thank you very much, James, for having us today. So,
My pleasure.
Yeah, the reason that we gathered today here to talk about your hair transplantation journey, I think it's already been exactly like 1 year.
1 year and 1 year and a month. Nearly.
1 year and a month, yeah, 13 months. Yeah. So we would like to discuss how did you decide it, how was the process, how was the healing and everything. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason that we came here today. Okay. So yeah, my first question is, I just want to go back to the early stages, and how did you decide it? So was it difficult to decide to have a hair transplantation?
Well, with my job, I'm a barber, so my hair was naturally starting to recede gradually. So as I'm looking in the mirror every day, I'm starting to notice it more and more, and then it was starting to like really annoy me that I couldn't get certain styles and stuff like that. So I was looking into it for about a year before I actually made the call.
No, it's a long time.
Yeah, I was thinking about it for about a year, and then I was scrolling through one day on Instagram kind of thing, and I seen like on someone's story.
Oh, okay.
Welfare, like someone who was promoting welfare abroad. So then I thought I'd get into it.
So you kind of answered my second question, but I was just gonna ask, how did you hear about welfare abroad? So is it? I mean, there are lots of places right now in Turkey, in Istanbul, and since Istanbul became like the hub, the main hub of hair transplantation treatments, and among that all many options, how did you find the welfare abroad? How did you decide to go ahead with welfare abroad?
Well, I'd actually had a few quotes before I got in touch with welfare abroad. I'd just done a bit of shopping around kind of thing, and as I said, I was scrolling through Instagram on somebody's story about a fellow barber who I follow, and he had the procedure done.
Yeah.
So then I've checked the welfare abroad Instagram page out, had a few looks, and I just thought, give it a shot. I might as well give it a message kind of thing, and then that worked out from there.
Alright, perfect. So how was the first interaction? What was your first impression with the welfare abroad team? As I said, I mean, there are lots of options.
Yeah.
Since you've been quoted from somewhere else.
What I liked about it was, with the previous places that I've been in contact with, they kind of pestered you into paying a deposit and stuff like that kind of things, and I don't really like that. I just like to be told the price and be left alone and make the decision on your own kind of thing. But when I message yourself, welfare, spoke to you on the phone for about 10-15 minutes, and then that was it then. You told me all the information, and then it was down to me to get back in touch, which what I liked. I didn't feel pressured into paying a deposit or anything like that. Very easy going, very laid back. I was happy.
I mean, you are explaining the steps like kind of very straightforward and stuff like that, but I mean, it's a huge decision when you think about like the big picture. It's kind of life-changing experience. I mean, many people also, I know that a lot from the experience. Many people deem this operation like a life-changing experience. And what were the steps that you had taken after the initial contact with myself? And if you could explain this a bit, I think it's going to help to the people who consider the operation. It will give an idea.
So after I got in touch with yourselves, it was just more, how would I say? It was just easy. There was no problem. There was no. It was just easy going kind of thing. Got in touch with you. Spoke to you on the phone, and that was it then.
Send the pictures.
Send pictures. Sorry. Yeah. So there was 5 pictures, one at the front, back, 2 sides, and one from up top. And got a quote back. I think it was like the same day or maybe the next morning, over email, and then that was it. Then kind of thing. I made the decision from there.
Yeah. So I also would like to speak about once you made up your mind, what the next steps that you had taken, and if you can give like some information about from the point on the travel date that you get out of your house, and how was your journey, and how was the stuff in Turkey?
So from that, you're obviously still a little bit nervous kind of thing.
Yeah.
which is natural. But
it's a surgery.
Yeah, it's a surgery. Yeah, like, and you go to a country that I've never been before. I've never been to Turkey before, so I didn't know what to expect there.
So it was your first time?
It was my first time in Turkey, in Istanbul. So my wife came with me just to kind of settle my nerves a little bit, just to help me through it, kind of thing. But other than that,
so you traveled with your wife?
Yeah, she came up with me. And it was easy going really. Once you're in Istanbul, we got picked up at the airport and a nice car to pick us up, kind of thing. Everything was.
You remember the brand? Which brand of the car?
It was a Mercedes. I think. Yeah, Mercedes. Yeah, I'm not good with cars, so that's hard to say, but it was a nice one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about 20-30 minutes to the hotel. It was a nice hotel. Enjoyed my experience. Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Settled my nerves, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Even if you have a procedure here, you will be nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about the procedure day? So, if you can give some information about the procedure day, how was I think I know that the staff meets with you at the hotel and someone.
Ulash was the guy that works for, isn't it? He met me in the morning. He messaged me the night before, actually, just to go over a few things, and like he kind of settled my nerves as well, to be honest with you. He met me in the morning about 9 o'clock. We walked literally just over the road, kind of thing, to the hospital clinic.
1 minute.
Yeah, a minute's walk. Yeah, just literally a minute. And then he stayed with me for a good an hour while I was there, kind of thing, through the first part of the procedure, and it was fine. He used the translator, so there's no worries. Like he understood English perfect himself.
Yeah. So how did you find about the hospital? The hospital that are, as I said, nowadays there are lots of options, and as you may already witness that people are asking like when we say like the price and stuff like that, they say that I can find cheaper options. So and the hospital and the stuff and all that stuff. How did you find your hospital and the medical team in particular?
Very professional, very clean. Like people like when you tell people you're going to get a hair transplant in Turkey when you're over here in England, they're a bit suspect about it, kind of thing. Like, why do you want to go all the way over there? Might be a little bit dingy, kind of thing, but not the case at all. It's just as clean as our clinics over here that we have. Nothing to worry about on that side, kind of thing.
Yeah, so the standards.
Standards are very high. Very high indeed.
Could you please also go over about the procedure itself? I mean, it takes about like 5-6 hours operation. It's kind of a long procedure. If you can just also explain the steps that people are going through for the hair transplantation treatment.
So as soon as you arrive at the hospital, the technicians and the doctors will talk to you and they'll draw the hairline on where they think, and then you'll go over it, kind of thing, and they'll adjust it if you want it higher or if you want it lower, kind of thing. But
so they are also taking your opinion and your request is also.
So I to be fair, I just thought, you know what, that they know what they're doing more than I know, so I just went with the flow, kind of thing. And then so they draw the hairline on and then whip it off. It's kind of thing, just shave the hair off. I think some people like to leave a bit of hair, don't they?
Yeah, so there's an option to not shave the head off whole, but
I would recommend.
Yeah, you recommend,
just get rid of it.
I think it's easier for the medical team to perform the operation with the maximum efficiency.
And it's easier the aftercare as well.
Yeah.
We'll go into it a bit.
Yeah. The aftercare is very important. We'll also come to that part.
So then after we shaved the head, it was the part where they lay down, front facing kind of thing, and then they numb your head in with the needles, which they're not pleasant, but they're not the worst in the world.
Yeah, but
pain-wise.
The pain-wise, this was the most difficult part.
That's
I guess.
The worst.
But as you know from your friends, so we recently implemented the new features. So there's a painless anesthesia option right now.
Yeah, that he told me. It wasn't as bad from when I had my procedure done. But yeah, even then,
I think it was like just a couple of minutes.
If that,
Yeah.
a minute and a half kind of
Yeah.
thing, painful kind of thing. So I wouldn't say painful, it wasn't that painful.
Yeah.
You could handle it,
Yeah.
not too bad.
So yeah, then the operation starts.
Yeah, so then you see lay down, numb your head, and then you'll see just, you feel like it's like tugging, but you don't feel nothing at all. No pain,
Yeah.
nothing like that. Just feel like a little bit of
Some
pressure kind of thing. Somebody's touching you, but you don't feel the pain.
Okay.
That's it.
And so is there did they did the medical team give you a break during
Yeah,
the
so
operation?
once they had finished extracting the donor area, they would give me like a 15-20 minute break to have some food,
Yeah.
and then they got you back in then for the second part, which is the
Transplanting part.
transplanting. Yeah.
So on that day after, I think the procedure, as I said, it's like 5-6 hours. That depends, of course, the transplantation
Yeah.
area. And after the procedure finished, so you just went to a hotel and rest.
Yeah, but it's quite tiring. You feel a little bit tired.
Yeah. And all the nervous stuff.
Yeah, and then once the anaesthetic starts wearing off, maybe you might feel a little bit of a headache kind of thing. So literally just went back to the hotel. I wouldn't say slept, but just sat upright kind of thing, and just got a bit of food and stuff like that. It was quite easy.
Yeah. Do you remember that? Did you take any painkillers on that day?
They provide you with the painkillers, medication and stuff like that, like anti-swelling painkillers, but they told me just take the painkillers once you start feeling it, once you need it kind of thing. And then, yeah, it was fine. Well, a little bit of headache, but that's about it.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, the first couple of days might be struggling, but
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get better and better each day.
Yeah, it was more just like the adapting to you gotta keep your head upright all the time and stuff like that, because it's little things where like looking down at your watch and stuff like that, they tell you just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just literally keep your head up straight, which is after a couple of hours you get used to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the next day, on the second day, you visited the hospital again, and the medical team saw you, and they made a checkup. So could you please also give some information about how the checkup was held and?
Yeah, so it was next morning. I think Goulash came and met me again in the morning, took me back over there, see how I was getting on. Told me to get a little bit of breakfast before I left. Actually, make sure you eat a bit of food and get your blood sugars up. Yeah. So a little bit of breakfast. Went over. Goulash met me, walked over literally again a minute across the road, kind of thing. And then they get you in to have a look at you, take the bandages off, and give it a clean. You feel better after you have a bit of a wash and clean actually as well.
Yeah.
Just the back, once you take the bandages off, that it feels like
a lot lighter.
Yeah, lighter, yeah, because you weighs your head down a little bit, the bandage gets packed tight. But after that, yeah, like you say, it's fine.
Yeah. So the medical team explains you the post-operative instructions. Also, there is a special way of washing the head. That you need to follow the first 10 days. 10 washing days.
10 washes, yeah.
And could you please also give some information about how was the washing? Was it like difficult, or was it easy to?
No, I wouldn't say it was quite easy to do, you know. And I saw in mine, I've got a shower that's right above my head kind of thing, so I literally just turned the shower on lightly, but just lukewarm water kind of thing, just let it kind of drizzle on your head rather than a full blast.
Yeah.
And then shampoo and just literally pat. Don't be too vigorous with it kind of thing.
I think that's been explained elaborately at the hospital.
Yeah, they tell me everything there, like, yeah. And they got sent an email with like instructions on to do it kind of thing, with a YouTube video. Yeah, so pretty easy.
Yeah. So when you said about the video, yeah, that brings the aftercare. So the transplantation very important. The day of the operation is very important, but it's a long journey. It's like a 1 year to see the results. So how was your experience with the Welfare Abroad care team? And
very, very well. They got in touch with me quite regularly to see how I was getting on. After like a week after being home, they were in touch with me. And then like a month later, maybe in touch. I think after 3 months, they got back in touch with me. And then it was 6 months, got back in touch, and then every 3 months they were getting in touch, just to see how I was getting on.
Yeah, so let's talk about the results. I mean, the main objective is to see the results. When did you first start to see the results, and how was your progress?
So after like the initial first week, once the scabs start coming off, you see the hair still there, and you think, well, it looks great kind of thing, but then the week after, it starts falling out. It's just normal. It's called shedding. It's part of the healing, which is a good thing really. The sooner the better, because the sooner that comes out, the sooner it starts regrowing. So then I think it was about 3 months in, started seeing little sprouts coming back, little sprouts of hair, and then I'd say by like the 4th month, you could see like a big difference. Yeah, and then like month 4, and then after like 5 months, you could look totally like brand new hair.
It takes after like I think after the 5th month mark.
That's when it really
it's getting there, and it takes about 1 year. That of course that depends from person to person, but we can say that about 1 year time. So it's been 13 months, and
I'm made up with mine. I'm thrilled with it. To be honest with you, made up.
So after like 13 months, it's obvious that you have the final results, and it seems very dense.
I'm made up with it. Really happy with it.
Alright. Okay, thank you so much. I think that's gonna give a wider opinion for the people who are considering the operation. You explained every step in detail.
And just don't be worried. It's easy. It's not a big thing anymore for guys.
You just need time. You just need to be patient. I guess.
Be patient, and it'll happen. It'll come.
Answering all the questions, and spending your day off today.
That's great. Thank you.